In man, the plasmodium reproduced by asexual reproduction called seizogeny. It occurs in liver cells as well as in RBC. In liver cells, it is called hepatic seizogeny, and in RBC, it is called erythrocytic seizogeny. Hepatic seizogeny. This was discovered by Short and Graham. Whenever mosquito infected by Plasmodium bites a man, nearly 2000 sporozoites are released into the blood of man through its saliva. Within half an hour, they reach the hepatocytes when they undergo pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic cycle. Pre-erythrocytic pre-erythrocytic cycle. Whenever the sporozoite reach the liver cell, they transform into trophozoite. They transform into trophozoite. They feed on the contents of hepatic cell and assume spherical shape, attain maximum size. This stage is called Sison stage. Its nucleus divides several times mitotically, followed by the cytoplasmic divisions, followed by the resulting 12,000 daughter nucleus are cryptozoites, or the first generation of merozoites. They enter the synods of the liver cells, replicating the cell membrane cells and the liver cell. The entire process completely approximately 8 days. The first generation of merozoites have two options. They can enter into the fresh liver cell and they continue er- exoerythrocytic cycle. They can enter RBC and continue erythrocytic cycle and continue erythrocytic cycle. Exoerythrocytic cycle. If cryptozoites enter fresh liver cells, they undergo the changes similar to that of pre-erythrocytic cycle. Pre-erythrocytic produce the second generation of merozoites called metacryptozoites. These are two types: micrometacryptozoites and macrometacryptozoites. This entire process completely in 2 days. The micrometacryptozoites attack fresh liver cells, continue exoerythrocytic cycle. Whenever the microcryptozoites always enter bloodstream, attack RBC and continue exoerythrocytic cycle. Pre-patent period. The time interval between the first entry of Plasmodium into the blood in the form of sporozoite, and the second entry of Plasmodium into the blood in the form of cryptozoites is called pre-patent period. It's at last approximately 8 days. Erythrocytic cycle. The first was discovered by Telmio Golgi, hence it is called Golgi cycle. Hence, this cycle is initiated either the cryptozoites of pre-erythrocytic cycle. The transform into trophozoites that develops a small vacuole which gradually enlarges its size, pushing the cytoplasm into the nucleus peripherally. The plasmodium looks like finger ring, hence it is called cyanide ring stage. Soon its loose vacuole develops into pseudopodia and becomes amoeboid stage. This, with the help of pseudopodia, it actively feeds on the contents of RBC, increases in size. As a result, RBC grows almost doubled. This process is hypertrophy. The malaria parasite digests hemoglobin and converts into the soluble hem into the blood, insoluble crystalline hemoglobin. It is called malaria pigment, which is dispersible of product. During this stage, small red color dots are appear in cytoplasm of the RBC is known as Schaffner dots. These are believed to be the antigens released by the parasite. Now the plasmodium loosely pseudopodia, similar to that of pre-erythrocytic cycle. Hence, is products of 12 to 24 erythrocytic merozoites. They are arranged in the form of petals of rose. Petals of this completely approximately in 48 hours. Incubation period. The time period between the entry of plasmodium into the blood in the form of sporozoite in the appearance of symptoms of malaria in man is called incubation period. Formation of gametocytes after repeated cells erythrocytic cycle sesogony when the number of RBC decreases. This is completely approximately in 48 hours. Incubation period. The time between Entry of Plasmodium into the blood is in the form of sporogytes, and the first appearance of symptoms of malaria in man. It is called incubation period, to approximately 10 to 14 days. Formation of gametocytes. After repeated cycles, erythrocytic zygogony, when the number of fresh RBC decreases, some merocytes enter into the RBC, transform into gametocytes. This process generally takes place in RBC, present in the sleep and bone marrow. The gametocytes are two types: micro, male, macro, female. Undergo further development. Man temperature and pH of the blood of the man are not suitable for further development. These are gametocytes reach the blood circulation and wait for reach the next host. They are degenerate and die if they are not transferred into mosquito within a week.